Welcome back. Yeah, you're right. Time is it? It is 5:46. 5:47. It just ticked over. Oh, I need bait. I was hoping to get bait on my first endeavor this afternoon, and it just wasn't happening. So I hightailed it back here into the neighborhood, going towards, guess where? Yeah, you're right. But I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do that other video. Oh, I've been trying to get like 2 to 3. So this is the second one. But yeah, I wanted to hit the river. But you can't hit the river without bait. You can. But you need bait. Can't get bait where we were going to hit the river. So come on, let's go through this neighborhood. It smells like boiled seafood back here in this part of the neighborhood. Let me show you how a Texan opens a gate. If only I could close it the same way. It's not like it's Uncle Shorty's gate. Yes, I grew up with an uncle named Shorty. Uncle Shorty. His gate, you knock it, boom, it opens, you go through, and it would shut itself because it was counterweighted. One bite. It's not what I came here to do, but I thought, why not? Some people would say this is a bait session, and I would say you are correct. Some people get really upset when they're like, oh, another bait session video. For me, the word utilitarian, it comes to mind. This is a utilitarian session. This session has to happen to facilitate another session. There we go. You're gonna come up cichlid, or you're gonna come, oh my goodness. That's the problem coming up here. There's a lot of fish up here and it's peaceful. There's never really a lot of people here and a lot of noise, right? There's a lot of cichlids. And notice the water color is not bright orange. We're not fishing that iron brew. Everywhere I've been so far today, it's been iron brew. Like the rusty nail was in the water, right? Okay, I fixed the worm. Go right back out there. Oh, just right off the bat, had a nip at it. Getting another nip. I've got a good hour before it gets dark here. Look at that. That's dark. Despite all the cichlids that I'm probably going to keep catching, I still think at the moment this is like my best option for a bait spot. Oh, I'm hearing stuff splishing and splashing back up in the culvert. And as far as time goes and all that peace and noise, this is still the best option, even though I come here a lot. I could put a mailbox here, but I doubt the mailman would deliver. I don't want to live here though. Get woke up by a rooster all the time. I get woke up all the time anyway. Maybe getting woke up by a rooster would be better than what wakes me up right now. Planes, trains, and automobiles, that's what's up. Get woke up by that all the time. I need to wake up the gills and the red ears and the red spotteds. Are there any left up in here? Did it go all cichlid? I think one of these days it might be all cichlid up in here. That might not be too soon though. I mean, they are super aggressive and they are slowly outnumbering other species here, but I think it'll be a while before it's all cichlids. Oh, that was definitely a cichlid. After a while, you can tell when you have a cichlid on. They're a different kind of fight. They're a lot more aggressive than your average gill or red ear. They got tighter head shakes than a red ear. I was only catching cichlids down there, and that's not what I'm here for. They make horrible catfish bait. Let's see if I can get some bait. It's the only reason why I came here. It's the most likely place to get some bait. Yes, the bait is down there. That's gonna make a good bait or two. I take back what I said. Maybe the bait isn't down there. I spent like 15 minutes without a bite. This section here, from where you see the cut grass in the middle, right in here, full of cichlids. But I have caught recently other things. Cichlid. This is probably a cichlid. I could tell by the way it was fighting. Kind of like a gaff top. They got those really fast, tight head shakes. Right beneath me, very shallow, very rocky. Therefore, probably full of cichlids. Sometimes you can see them. Just about everywhere on this session. The other day I was seeing tons of cichlids, but I'm not seeing them today. I'm catching them, but I'm not seeing them like I was the other day. They're here, they're just not as visible as they were the other day. They're not in the shallow like they were by the hundreds. I'm starting to wonder if I'm safe. I haven't had a bite over here yet. I'm worried that I'm going to get hit in the head by a pecan here pretty soon. There's stuff falling all over the place. Twice a pecan has hit the culvert that I'm standing on. I think it's squirrels up in a pecan tree above me. But I think there's other things eating too. Oh, pecan just landed right there. They might be throwing them at me for all I know. But yeah, I'm hearing little nibble noises coming from the rock, so I bet there's rats waiting for the squirrels to drop the... Yeah, it's not rats, it's some kind of mice. I'm seeing one over there. Squirrels up in the trees eating the pecans, and what they're dropping, these little mice are nibbling on. There's all kinds of stuff going on, just no fish over here. So let's avoid getting a mild concussion and back up out of here. Pecans are not the worst things to get hit in the head when you're fishing. I remember getting hit in the head by, I think it was a hickory nut in Wisconsin. I was getting lots of bites and I knew those things were dropping, but I was stubborn. I didn't want to leave because I was catching fish. And as soon as I got knocked in the head by one of those, I moved spots. They're a little smaller than a tennis ball. There we go, we finally, it's just a fish. Feels pretty heavy. I think it's gonna come up fish. Yeah, it's definitely coming up fish. Oh, but it's almost didn't fit. Okay, so we got 2 baits. That's better than 1. And this is either a big bait for the big rod or 2 close in baits. I'm still doing big baits, no weights. The bite from down there is pretty slow, but I haven't pulled up anything small yet, so let's take a look at this. I was almost about to give up on it again, but that's number 3. So I have been living in this town for almost 4 years. And when I first started fishing around here, including this spot, there were cichlids, but now, a few years later, there's far more cichlids. So I think eventually they may take over. It may be better than people with blue hair taking over, but yeah, they're just going to keep producing because they can spawn more than once a year, and they're very aggressive eaters, and not too many things just like decimates their population, including fishermen. You would think that alligators would be eating them, and maybe they are. There are a lot of alligators here, but I don't think the amount of alligators, which is huge for this drainage system, is because of a large amount of cichlids, but maybe. But it does seem to me, in my experience, and this is purely anecdotal, that the cichlid population, since I've been fishing this area, has grown exponentially, right? Again, it would be better for cichlids to take over than blue-haired people. I say blue because people around here call Rio Grande cichlids Texas blues. But I'm sure a lot of people around here would miss catching big bluegill and big red ears if the cichlids do take over. And I say, you know, they taste good and you should eat them, but they're not my favorite. They're not an oily fish. I do eat them from time to time, but I'm being honest, they're not the best eating fish. They're not the worst either. There's nothing wrong with them besides the fact that it's easy to overcook them because they're not oily. They're kind of dry, just like tilapia. Really calm down here, I'll give it that. Was not the best session, but pretty chill, and I'm ready to go. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being a member of the channel. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, you're right, there it goes. The night is coming. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.